On Osrc News at 7, Ondo State journalists begin first week with Thanksgiving service. FG partners Pakistan to boost agricultural production and food security. NCDC addresses concerns over new COVID-19 ZEC variant in Australia. And from the foreign scene, Israeli airstrikes kill 5 in Gaza camp. Good evening to you and welcome. This is the news at 7 on Osrc television. My name is Oyewumi Ayinibera. The federal government has announced plans to partner with the government of Pakistan to improve agricultural production and enhance food security in Nigeria. The collaboration was reviewed during a courtesy visit by the High Commissioner of Pakistan, Major General Sulaili Khan, to the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Aliyu Abdullahi, in Abuja. Abdullahi, while highlighting the pressing need to tackle issues such as climate change and food insecurity, emphasized the importance of fostering strong agricultural ties between the two nations. The High Commissioners shared Pakistan's willingness to offer Nigeria expertise and training in various agricultural practices. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC) has allayed fears over the newly detected COVID-19 ZEC variant reportedly in circulation in Australia. NCDC statement noting that the National COVID-19 Technical Working Group continues to monitor and conduct analysis of surveillance data both internationally and across the country to guide public health response activities. The agency further said there is no need for anxiety or panic. The agency advised the public to continue to adhere to the basic public health safety measures and simple precautions. It also urged state government and policymakers to promote public health campaigns to educate communities about preventive measures and the importance of seeking medical attention early. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Ghanaian President-elect John Mahama on his victory in the country's general election. This came after Mahama's rival, Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia, considered defeat, saying it was to ease tensions after reported fights in several local constituencies. Although the Electoral Commission has yet to announce the result, Bawumia's ruling National Democratic Congress said its internal review showed Mahama leading with 56.3% of the vote against its 41.3%. In a telephone call to Mahama, President Tinubu hoped that Mahama's ascension to power for the second time will further bring stability to the economic community of West African states. Tinubu commended the people of Ghana for their commitment to democracy, which was demonstrated through the peaceful and successful conduct of both the presidential and parliamentary elections. To kick off the 2024 Press Week, the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) Ondo State Council has held a Thanksgiving service at the Salvation Gospel International Center in Akure. The event was filled with joy, songs, and celebration as journalists from across the state gathered to reflect and appreciate God. Osrc's Saeed Arisala reports.
The Salvation Gospel International Center in Accra was alive with joy and celebration as the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) Ondo State Council joined the congregation for a special Thanksgiving service to mark the beginning of the 2024 Press Week. Led by the chairman Prince Leke Adegbite, the event brought together journalists from across Ondo State in the spirit of unity. The atmosphere was festive, with the congregation singing songs of praise and expressing their gratitude for the profession's contributions to society.
They've done well this year. You can see the governorship election that was held this year. No cause for alarm. Nowhere journalists was attacked. Nowhere where journalist was accused of bias. So this means that we've done well this year, outgoing year, 2025. We are appealing to them that they should continue to uphold the ethics of the profession. They should continue to do the right thing for the society. We are to serve society, not individual.
A display of dance and joyous worship filled the church as journalists alongside their families and friends give thanks for another successful year. In his sermon from Exodus 20 verses 1 to 4, Apostle Ajibobola Folusho encouraged journalists to continue their mission of truth-telling with honor and dedication. The clergy underscored the need for consistent thanksgiving to God.
I preached the sermon which says, I am a jealous God. And I said, what belongs to God, you can't give it to another person. What I mean by another person is what belongs to God, you can't give it to an idol. So, being here today, giving thanks unto the Lord, is what I appreciate most. Why? Because the scripture says, in all situations, give thanks unto the Lord. And we are happy, and I'm happy. On behalf of Ondo State and UJ chapter, we are happy because they are here today giving thanks unto the Lord.
The event marks the beginning of the week-long celebration, which the chairman of the 2024 Press Week Committee, Omoshilola Adesoye Ajayi, says will feature several activities, including an outreach to an orphanage, sports competitions, a health trek, among others.
We are laying the rest of the activities of the week into the hands of God Almighty. In the coming days, we will be carrying along the children, the vulnerables in the society. We will also carry along women as well.
As the NUJ presses on with its week of event, the joy and camaraderie felt during the Thanksgiving service set the tone for a week of celebration, service, and recognition. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Joseph Ayo Babalola University, Ikeji has reaffirmed commitment to producing human materials towards the growth of Nigeria. Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Olashibi Konfakolujo, in an address at the 15th convocation ceremony of the institution, said products of the university have been competing favorably with their counterparts around the world. We're also honored with doctorate award, including Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. Omoriola Mbiji reports that the president's wife supported the institution with 50 million naira endowment fund for the best graduating female students.
Ikeji Arakeji with 626 graduates, 22 doctorate degrees, 75 master's degrees, and 17 postgraduate diploma.
Successfully completed their Bachelor of Agriculture, Bachelor of Science.
A trailblazing achiever, Mary Omachi, a graduate of mass communication, stood tall as the best among the 626 graduates for the 2023-2024 academic session.
I met the best graduate students and he told me that, okay, you can aim higher to be the best graduate student overall in the school. And from 200 level, that is when I decided that I was going to graduate best from my set, and God helped me, I achieved it.
Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Olashibi Konfakolujo, attributed the success recorded in the institution over the years to the collective responsibilities of stakeholders.
However, like Oliver Twist, we humbly ask for more to propel our university toward even greater heights of excellence and impact. First, expansion of infrastructure remains a pressing need. The construction of additional hostel facilities to accommodate our growing student population and ensure their comfort and well-being is of utmost importance.
Chancellor Professor Anthony Adegbulugbe, Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Council, Professor Joash Amokpito, highlighted JABU's contributions to the nation's building and called on federal government to extend support to sustain private institutions in Nigeria.
The responsibility now lies with you to turn your knowledge into action, to take lessons learned in these halls and apply them towards creating a better future for all. Let us start the next step of the journey we embarked upon last year by planning
designing, engineering, constructing what I call Jabu Energy Park, which will house a mini-grid hybrid renewable energy and gas fuel power system on campus. This system will not only serve the energy needs of the university community, but generate excess electricity to the national grid and to surrounding communities. In effect, Jabu Energy Park will be generating revenue for the university.
In his charge, Chairman, Board of Trustees and President of CAC, Nigeria and overseas, Pastor Samuel Oladile encouraged the celebrants to be good ambassadors of the Citadel of Learning.
I congratulate the graduates and honorees, as well as parents, friends, and well-wishers on this momentous occasion. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the university, I extend my appreciation to all.
Who was among the 4 personalities honored with doctorate degrees during the event, donated 50 million naira endowment funds for best female graduates to be spread for numbers of years agreed by the school management. The president's wife was represented by the wife of Ekiti State Governor, Dr. Olayemi Oyebanji.
Education has always been the cornerstone for personal growth and development. A lot of my work in philanthropy and public service over the years has been centered on uplifting others, particularly through education.
50 out of the 626 graduates made first-class honors, 290 secured second-class upper division, 215 made second-class lower, 67 in third class, while 4 graduated with pass degree. Omoriola Mbiji, Osrc News.
You're still watching Osrc in the news at 7. After the break, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay with us. Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook OSRC TV Ondo. The Junior Chamber International JCI Akure has concluded its first convention by the investiture of the 39th President and presentation of awards to outstanding members. The 2025 President of JCI Akure Bisola Aluko, during our keynote address, pledged to build on the achievement of our predecessor and lead the organization into a new era of impactful leadership. Blessing Obi now completes the story.
Annually, Junior Chamber International members across the nation gather to celebrate its organization's rich history and achievements. One of the remarkable events of JCI Akure is this celebration of its 41st convention and investiture of its 39th president. The ceremony themed Outstanding Impact, addressing the state of behavioral emergency, underscored the effect of behavioral changes on culture and how to address them. The guest speaker, Professor Adebukola Osunyinkomi, in a keynote address outlined the effect of behavioral management, calling for a paradigm shift in responding to behavioral emergencies.
A surge in migration that has left many people totally disconnected from their social-cultural support systems, with loss of identity, has its impact on behavioral emergencies. There from transnational crimes.
The outgoing 2024 president, Kunle Olajuyin, in his farewell speech reflected on the accomplishments of his tenure.
We began with Project Baby of the Year on January 1st, setting the tone for our success. Our JCI Hen Ambassador Femi Anyowale Health Awareness Projects and free medical outreach in our Baile community demonstrated our dedication to health and wellness through this project. We've learned valuable lessons in teamwork, resilience, and adaptability.
The convention featured investiture of Bisola Aluko as the 39th president, where she expressed
going, and it is gone. Coming, coming.
The past years in the organization has prepared me ahead as I have the privilege to speak to foster relationships and legacy building. All hands are ready to be on deck. It's time to sustain the legacy for the future we all dreamed.
The ceremony also saw the presentation of awards recognizing outstanding innovation and leadership. As JCI Akure transits into 2025 under the leadership of Bisola Aluko, the organization remains committed to exploring innovative ways to drive positive change and empower its community. Blessing Obe, Osrc News.
The Administrative Secretary, Signage and Advertisement Agency in the state, Mrs. Olubumi Adedayo, has celebrated her birthday and retirement ceremony after 35 years of government engagement, and coming on from friends and colleagues rented the air as she was joined in the birthday celebration. Osrc's Joy Pius tells us more.
Friends and colleagues gathered to share in the joy of Mrs. Olubumi Adedayo as she celebrates her birthday and retirement ceremony. The event, which took place in Akure, afforded loved ones the opportunity to extol the virtues of the celebrant. In his exhortation, Pastor Dayo Oyeleye urged public servants to use their office to impact positively on their colleagues.
As we number our years, it's also important that we take into cognizance where we are going to spend our eternity.
The chairman, Signage and Advertisement Agency, Ondo State, Akinwande Akinrudoyi, daughter of the celebrant, and many others, described the celebrant as a lovable personality.
On behalf of the agency and my family, I want to wish Bumi Osho a very blissful year. I wish her happy birthday and I wish her all the good things of life. Bumi is a fantastic lady.
My mom is a very loving woman. She's a very great person, a God-fearing woman, very nice woman.
She's a wonderful lady, very upright. And she's a person that one would like to emulate in all areas.
She will not pretend to you that she likes what you are doing that she doesn't like. She will tell you. She's plain.
My prayer for her is that all her wishes, that God should breathe on it and let it come alive.
She's diligent, reliable, dedicated, and very hardworking.
The celebrant, full of appreciation to God, thanked him for seeing her through the years in service.
So many waters have passed through the bridge, but the Lord was with me and the Lord is still with me. The Lord has started with me then, He's still keeping on with me, and I'm sure He will still keeping on by the special grace of God.
Mrs. Olubumi Adedayo was born on the 29th of November 1965 in Ileoluji, Ondo State. She joined the Ondo State workforce in 1989 as a program announcer with Osrc and later rose to the position of producer and presenter in 2001. In 2004, she joined the mainstream of Ondo State Civil Service and was posted to Ondo State Liaison Office in Lagos as a press officer. She joined the Administrative Officers Cadre in 2010 and has served in various MDAs, including Signage and Advertisement Agency, Ondo State, where she retired. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
An domination of Christian Sisters Body, daughter of Zion Ministry, as well as Samuel, noted that the vision was birthed in 2014 to help ladies in their pursuit to discover purpose and build a profitable life. Joy Pius again reports that the theme for the 10th anniversary is a grateful heart.
Members of Daughters of Zion Ministry gathered to celebrate the 10th anniversary of its establishment in Akure, the Ondo State capital. The interdenominational Christian ladies group came to limelight 10 years ago with the aim of giving direction to young ladies based on the Word of God. According to the founder of the ministry, Rachel Samuel, the vision of the organization is to raise godly women towards achieving purpose, reeling off the mission of the ministry.
We gather together, we share the word of the Lord together, and we pray. We also go out for evangelism. One of the vision of Daughters of Zion is to evangelize and also to go to our husband house honorably. I want to give thanks to God because majority of our sisters, they marry right.
Speaking on the theme of the event, A Grateful Heart, the guest minister, Pastor John Kolawole, harped on the benefits derived from being grateful.
Relationship with God becomes stronger. If you are grateful to God, relationship with people will become what? Stronger.
The event, which was held as a vigil, featured various songs ministration, choreography, drama, and lots more. Members of the ministry, including the husband of the founder, Uluwadari Samuel, testified of the numerous accomplishments of the ministry.
It's been a wonderful thing, and I really want to give God praise that I allow her to go into what God put in her heart. Those lives that have been blessed, the testimony will continue to ring bell even to eternity.
This program has really helped my life. Even my maturity, I become more matured spiritually and physically.
God helped me to get it right. As a result, God has also been helping me to also relate some of the things we are hearing from the unit, even to other sisters outside this.
Awards of excellence were presented to distinguished members who have contributed to the development of the ministry. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
In Iruakoko, the community came together to celebrate the life and legacy of the late Mrs. Janet Alade-Surosho, grandmother of former Ondo State lawmaker Olubingara Ibo. Aged 106 years, Mrs. Alade-Surosho, according to loved ones, left behind a legacy of love and faith, marking the end of an era. Osrc Said Arabisala reports that the testimony of a positive impact in the lives of many, including our family, friends, and well-wishers, resonated at the celebration.
The celebration of life and passing on to eternity of late Mrs. Janet Alade-Surosho, who died at the age 106, began with a wake held at her residence in Iruakoko. The gathering was of close relatives, children, and members of the community as they paid their final respect to a woman they say symbolizes wisdom, love, and deep faith. In a sermon, catechist Jerome Akinloye said deeds and actions will determine the final destination of man, urging individuals to live right. The mood was both somber and celebratory as those who loved her reflected on many years she spent nurturing family and contributing to her community. The following day, the funeral service took place at St. Francis Catholic Church in Urakoko, where a large congregation gathered to bid farewell. As family and friends remember the life of Mrs. Aladeshu Roshaw and the many lives she touched, including the preacher, Reverend Father Pius Akeju.
She's a sacrificial woman. She sacrificed her life for her children and also for people around.
As the service concluded, her remains were thereafter conveyed to Belation. The final act of closure was met with even more emotions as Mrs. Aladeshu Roshaw finally embraced the earth, surrounded by those she held dear. It was a moment of reflection as well as gratitude for a life well lived for the children and grandchildren, including former leader Ondo State House of Assembly Olugbenga Arawibo.
Ìyá rere ni ìyá tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ gidi ni ìyá màmá tó fẹ́ràn ọmọdé ni tó fẹ́ràn ọmọ yẹn.
Tẹ́ bá rí ọ̀nà oko wa òkè la máa gún lọ oko a dẹ̀ máa gún kìbọ̀ ni so gbogbo kan wọ̀nyẹn màmá ń ṣe màmá ò fi gbà kan ṣàárẹ̀ rí màmá ò tẹ̀ parí màmá gan ọ̀ká kò rí òun rìn ó dúró pa ni so Ọlọ́run fún lóore ọ̀fẹ́ yẹn gidigidi gan.
When I was growing up, I lived with her. You cannot even know if she wasn't my mother, if she wasn't my real mother. She took care of me. She was always there for me. But very disciplined. She was a disciplinarian. Very wonderful mother, prayerful. She taught me how to be myself.
After the burial, a reception was held where guests were treated to an electrifying performance by Fuji maestro Pasuma, whose music sorrow. In attendance was Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who was represented by Special Advisor on Energy Matters, Johnson Alabi.
Governor has wished the family well. We have sent his condolences. You know, no matter how old a father or a mother is, we don't pray that it's good. But when they leave, surely the people, his family, immediate family members, are going to miss the deceased.
As the music reverberated for the family, the celebration proved to be a fitting tribute to a woman whose life was marked by both hardship and triumph. Sahid Arabisala, Osrc News.
And children and relatives of late Chief Obamotula Betiku have expressed gratitude to God for the remarkable life of their father, who passed away at the age of 110. Describing the supercentenarian as a loving father and strict disciplinarian, they acknowledged his tenacity in ensuring their quality upbringing. Omoriola Umbiji reports that the one-year remembrance ceremony in honor of the dedicated and godly man was held at St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Odode Idori, in Idori local government area of the state.
The late Chief Obamotula Betiku joined the Saints on November 17, 2023, after he had lived for 110 years. 1 year after, children and relatives rolled out the drums to celebrate the legacies of their late father. In his message, officiating minister, Reverend Father Stephen Akinusoye described late Pa Betiku as a man of honor and integrity, calling on the children to outlive his legacies.
Not the long or the short way we live our life that matters, but the life that is well spent and the life that's living God. So if the children can come together to appreciate God.
Actions from children including Mr. Fumini Betiku and wife Mary Fumini Betiku, a member of staff of Osrc, reflected on his lovable character even to his old age.
When we find you be wayward, you cannot see his face. You will not believe in him.
Always there for this month. I really miss him.
Honest, faithful, prayerful, so many things like that.